Artistic Jewelers. The video you're about to watch is sponsored by Artistic Jewelers, so stay tuned for the ad and see what we have in store for you. Bye! Artistic Jewelers, the name says it all. Step into our store and experience our family's dedication to technique, detail, quality, and bringing your ideas to life. Known for our custom creations and our beautiful works of art. Pieces that will last a lifetime. Not just jewelry, but masterpieces. Artistic Jewelers is not your average jewelry company by any means. We are here to set you apart from the rest. We can't wait to see you and help you design your creation. Or pick one of our uniquely designed and carefully crafted works of art from our jewelry designers and gemologists. Check us out at www.artisticvi.com or visit us right in the heart of Main Street in St. Thomas. There is a warrior inside of all of us. It's time to find that warrior and trust your inner self. I am Megan Bryan, and this is Moments with Me, Island Sweetheart.
Welcome back, warriors. Thank you guys for joining us again here on this beautiful happy day. So I'm Callie and we're here again with Island Sweetheart, and it's Moments with Island Sweetheart, everything to know about the sweetheart herself. So hello, how are you?
That was impressive. Very good. Okay guys, so today Callie did the intro for us, and I think you just killed it.
Hi.
I wanted to try something different. So if you guys don't know, because she's usually on the other side of the camera, my little stylist and, assistant director here, Callie is our assistant for the Moments with Island Sweetheart YouTube channel. And we wanted to do something a little bit more lighthearted today. We've been doing a lot of heavy interviews. We're still gonna do some deep questions, but I hear you have some questions for me.
I sure do.
What's the topic today?
Okay, so we're taking on the world. We're taking on the world. And the world is taking on hard times, but we're creating better days. And here to get down to the nitty-gritty of who Moments with Island Sweetheart is, and what we are starting and what we are creating, and what she's starting, what she is creating. And it's going to be pretty broad. The questions are going to be all over the place. Some of them she doesn't know, some of them she does. So we're free-flowing. So for your first question.
Ooh, drum roll.
What is your favorite color?
I have a lot of favorite colors, because I think sometimes my mood changes, but pink really. Pink and aqua. Yeah, sometimes it's coral and like sea foam, but it's really all shades of pink. It's a good aura. It's a happy color. It's the color of my hair right now.
It's very exhilarating and exciting, definitely,
Yeah.
and it's very feminine.
Yeah.
And we need more feminine energy
In the world.
I feel like that's what we're bringing along. So
Funny you say that.
I love the pink vibe that we're pushing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more than a color, guys. Pink is a vibe. It's a mood.
It's a whole livelihood. It's a whole womanhood.
It's a womanhood.
It's everything.
And men, you can wear pink.
Okay. It's a vibe. Okay. So, what are your nicknames?
Oh, I have so many. So it depends where you know me from. I went to a lot of high schools. Of course, I go by Island Sweetheart if you know me on social media, in the social media world of Instagram and my pages and the YouTube channel. If you know me from Facebook, and when I was younger, growing up, I go by Pebbles, just the little redhead rock, like bedrock, rock city. Also, people just randomly who I don't know will come up to me and be like, "Hey, mermaid," and like it's just, I can't say it's stuck because it's not even amongst a group of people who know each other. I recently did Akashic Records and found out I was a mermaid in a past life. I'm in this life too. Yeah, right? So very fitting. I get Ariel a lot because I'm usually a natural redhead. But even with the pink hair, as a mermaid, I get that. Yeah, and then for the island people, I get Frenchie. People are just like, "Frenchie, what's up, French?" So that's kind of stayed. Yeah, those would be like my main ones. We could go for a long time, but I'll pull it back.
Okay, that's the main one.
Yeah.
All right, so what is one thing the people may not know about you or
Ooh.
should need to know about you?
I always say this when I'm first getting to know someone on a really deep level. I'm really strong. I'm as strong as I am sensitive though. So I think part of my strength is being able to be sensitive. The other thing is, and because I don't push it on people, I don't believe in that life, is I'm really spiritual, People are always blah, 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 blah. And for me, it's just holding on to what my core beliefs are. And yeah.
You Zen, your overall
Hey, Zen.
All right. What is your entrepreneurial spirit come from, even through the pandemic?
Good question. Life is too short to do one thing. I sometimes get told I do too much, and I think that I do believe we live many lives, but it's a belief, and so I'm gonna live like this is my last one. I only have one life to live, when YOLO was the thing, and now I have tons of lives. So yeah, I'm gonna say that I pull it from the fact that I don't know what tomorrow brings, and I want to do as much as I can while I'm here, because I've realized that life is really short. I've been with people and then they're not there the next day. So I just have so many passions. Why? The only person who can limit you is yourself, and the only person who can limit me is myself. And if I don't do all the things I love, it's me getting in the way of my own potential.
Absolutely.
And I may not exceed at every single thing I try to do, but I know that if I don't try, it's never going to get anywhere. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I start something, I come back to it years later, and things come full circle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So even though we are through the pandemic, where have you traveled to, or where would you like to travel to?
So I'm big on travel. We're in 2021. I've already traveled a couple times. I've stayed in, the U.S. I've gone to St. Croix, which is just like a hop and a skip away from St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands, if you know the USVI. I've gone to Florida. I've done mostly South Florida. I did Miami, West Palm, Hollywood, that whole area, Homestead. In my life, I would really like to do all 7 continents. I've done Asia, I've done Europe, I have done a lot of the US, the West Coast, Seattle, the East Coast, Maine, lots of islands, Bahamas, Jamaica, but there's so much more I'd like to do. I definitely see myself in Greece and Egypt as things open up, and if they don't, I might just have to swim there.
Heard great things. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you single or in a relationship?
I am single.
Good question.
It's not hard to answer, it's just letting people know.
Right.
Yeah, no, right now I am single, and I'm really happy to be single at this point in my life. I just have so much going on, and I have a lot of great people around me, but relationships, I know when I'm in a relationship, I give my all. So it's really good for me right now to just stay really balanced. And when the right person comes along, we'll see what happens.
We always pray for and hope for that. All right. So, okay. How do you empower yourself through toxicity or toxic relationships?
So, I try not to get into them anymore.
Right.
That's the secret there. I look out for the red flags and I don't jump into a relationship anymore. I used to. But I have been in them in different types of abusive relationships, and I take that really seriously. And if anyone is in one, you're not alone. I know that we live in a world of social media nowadays, and everyone sees people from the outside, and you just honestly have no idea what someone has or is going through at any given time, even if they show up with a smile on their face. Yeah, the truth is sometimes you don't know until you're so far out of it and you look back at that old self, and we never want to be like, oh, well, I was dumb and naive, but we're constantly growing and evolving and re-evolving, and I think the biggest thing you need to remember is to love yourself. And if there's moments of when you're constantly sad or angry inside and you're treating the other people around you that you love in a really negative way, that you're no longer loving yourself, because to love someone else, you have to love yourself. So my answer for that is just always remember that if you're in a relationship and you're sad, you're not doing right by that person. So when it becomes toxic, you have to bring yourself back to you and heal that inner relationship, and hopefully they pull with you and they want you to do good. And if not, it's okay to love people from a distance. And there's a lot of people that I'm not in relationships with anymore, and I will always have parts of myself, or my heart that will care. But it's, sometimes things are meant to happen for a certain time in your life.
Absolutely. So, some may know, some may not. You do have a baby girl.
I do.
Yes. So what are your plans or goals that you have for you guys, or for her in specific?
So, gosh, I change my mind so much on being a mom. When you're young and you're 7, you're like, I'm never gonna treat my child like this, when you're yelling at your parents or fighting with your grandparents. But when you actually become a parent, your whole mindset changes. And I want to teach her all the core goals in life: love, honesty, respect, loyalty. Like when she was little, I had this joke, and I was always like, listen, my job is just to keep her alive. If she's breathing and fed, like, I've done my job. But if she also turns out to be a decent person, then I have really done my job. And she's a pretty good person at 3. I think that, right now, as the world changes and we come into a new earth, I realized that we were, go to school, get good grades, work for an employee or a business and get benefits. And I'm not going to shove that in her head, I think.
So what do you want to pass down to her?
Yeah, I want to pass down free thinking. Think for yourself, Don't let anyone tell you, there's right and there's wrong, and you're born knowing that. And I say that all the time, like, what's right and what's wrong, Liliana. And just by saying that, I'll see her face, and she'll just be like, she's so upset if I'm disappointed in her. So, no mom is perfect, no dad is perfect. No one's gonna get it right. Yeah, and she might be mad in the moment, but the goal is just to let her think for herself and make mistakes. Like, let them make mistakes. I make mistakes still, probably gonna make them over and for a long time. So that's what I want to pass down. Like, it's okay.
It's okay to grow.
It's okay to grow.
Okay, great. So a little lighter question. What's your happy food?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
We love food.
I know. My happy food.
We have fish.
I wouldn't even say it's like a favorite food, but just the first thing that's coming to my head when you say that is, my dad and I used to make Johnny cakes together, which is a Caribbean food if you guys don't know. And what would really make me happy is we'd wake up in the morning and he'd be like putting sprinkles and chocolate chips, and that's just not something you put in Johnny cakes. Yeah, and it'd be like colorful Johnny cakes. We'd dip them in syrup, or you know, we would just do them with cheese. And so to me, that's a happy food, because it's like, even though my parents aren't here, like my mom would just be getting ready, my dad is just frying them, I'm playing with the dough and cutting it into hearts. It's like a happy food for me. It's like, Johnny cakes are here, this is a party, it's a celebration.
It's tradition.
It's tradition. So it's my happy food. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your greatest strength or your weakness?
My greatest strength is probably my strength. I mean, that sounds so like, I don't even know the right word.
Strength is your strength.
Yeah, I just, you know, I hear it all the time from other people, because I do forget, you know, and maybe I come off strong. Like, I don't know how I come off to other people. I know how I feel inside, but it's not even, I'm always looking how to solve the problem, and I'm really grateful for that. I try not to linger on anything. It's like, well, what can we do? How can we fix this? My biggest weakness is probably that I have a really soft heart, sweet heart. I care entirely too much sometimes, but I'm okay with that being my weakness as long as I remember it. Yeah, so you can't take advantage of that for who's ever out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what moves you to become a warrior, is just know your strength and your weakness.
Totally.
Your overall strength. So I love that answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so great. So what's the hardest year of your life?
So I've talked about this a few times this year, even with you. And like, I've had so many different parts of my life be hard. Like, I can't, like, it's not to say one year, you know, I've lost a lot of people. I've been through tragic accidents. I've moved, you know, there's so many things, breakups. But in 2017, I always just like ring this year. It was the best and the worst year of my life. And the reason for that being is in 2017, my dad had cancer, and he died right before my gender reveal party. And then I had my baby girl. So it went from so happy, all the family's together, my dad is sick, oh wait, he's getting better. I just found him. And then, oh my God, like I just gave life to something like me, a human being, to bring her into the world and showing her, and everyone's like, she's so precious, to all of these cultural and religious things being pushed on me, to, oh my gosh, like you get to choose how you raise someone, and you have a little best friend with you all the time. I always want a sibling, so having my own child, I was like, you're always with me. And then to two categories, to Hurricane Irma and Maria. If you guys don't know, they were two Cat 5 hurricanes, basically plow through and destroy our house, and moving over and over. If you don't know, psychology says or compares moving to like death or divorce. It's really stressful. You know, when your things are out of place, you can feel out of place. So it was just a lot in one year, and I feel like I couldn't breathe, you know, looking at houses, looking at maybe buying a house, trying to rent, things are so expensive, having a baby, health insurance, paying bills, hurricane. So best and worst year of my life. Liliana fell right in the middle of it, so it was good balance, and yeah.
All right, so your thoughts on, this is a broad question. So your thoughts on God, or the universe, your overall purpose, and why we're here, or do you believe in heaven and hell? Just speak a little bit about how you feel within yourself about that overall.
I feel like I'm starting to know and understand how very little I know. You know, every time you learn something, you usually think you learn more, and lately it's the opposite for me. The more I learn, the more I realize that I know so little. I really believe in parallel dimensions. You know, one day, I use the word limitless a lot, and infinite, eternal. And I will say that both my parents came to me in a dream. Dreams have been huge for me lately. And when they died, the first time I saw them both was in my dreams. They came to me in different ways, but they both said the same thing to me. Because it was like, I knew I was dreaming, but I was like, what are you doing here? Like, you can't be here. And I was like, you're dead. And it was like me trying to accept the death in the dream, and maybe that's part of healing. A psychologist might say it differently. But they both said the same thing to me, and they died 3 years apart. And both of them said, what? I could never die. And it was like, not even something my head, I feel like, would think up. It was like, that was actually them coming to me and telling me, you know. And it was, the more I asked questions, the fainter they started to look, and their voices got, like, I'm not supposed to know all the answers in this life. This is gonna sound crazy. But when I really think of like my first memory in life, I feel like it was like, don't forget coming into this world. I don't even know if I was born yet or being born or what was happening, but like, that is what I remember being my first memory. So I kind of think like we come into a clean slate, and, you know, God is, people want this solid definition for what God is. And I don't think that there is a solid definition for God, because I think God is infinite. You know, there's different religions, and I talk to all different types of people, and religion is such a touchy subject, and I'm spiritual. It is not the same thing as religion. People think it's a religion. It's really like the opposite almost, in a way. We are God. God is in us. God is all around us. We manifested it. This is us, you know. For some people, life on earth is heaven. Maybe they've come here before and now they're here in their heaven. Earth is a really special place. For some people, this is hell, and they're going through karmatic experiences. Some people grow up in these really bad places and completely turn their lives around in a lifetime. So, yeah, God is what you believe it to be. If you want to think of it as outside of yourself, I don't think it's wrong. And if you want to think of it as inside of yourself, I also don't think it's wrong, because I think God is universal, the term. That's why I think religions connect. And I really believe the universe is in us. Universe. The you know? Yeah, that was a broad question, so I hope I encompassed it.
Purpose and encompass, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And I feel that.
Not narrow-mindedness, basically.
I feel that on the encompass, just having direction within your own self, but knowing that you is the universe. Mm-hmm. God is source. It's everything around us.
We really are infinite.
We are.
Like, I've thought about things that I wanted to do, and I have now done them, or things that I wanted. You know, when I was so, not that I'm like, there's still so much I want, but like certain things that happened, knowing I was going to have a daughter, knowing just, I could be so detailed, and I don't even want to be, because it's just like, it's like magic on your fingertips to say out loud.
Your power.
Yeah. And it like scary. I'm like, oh my God, that really, I just like, it happens almost instantly now.
Yeah. You're learning to understand, and I'm learning to understand myself inner as well through you and your inspiration and just your warrior movements. So absolutely, that's why I'm here, and I feel that completely.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes me like,
Yeah, so, you know, we're turning that pain into passion, and
we are meant to meet.
We are. I feel that soul sister, like, no matter how deep you go, you have to understand you're connected with everyone. We're all one. It's all one love. And I was telling her we got to vibrate on the same frequency, you know?
That's why you have to treat people good.
And I was a little low today, and I was like, we're going to match. We're going to make this thing happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what's been a constant in your life?
A constant. Ups and downs.
Okay. I think everyone has that.
Yeah, that's I mean, we get to this place and we sometimes people forget that they can fall, you know, or sometimes we're down and then we forget that you can look up and start climbing. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you fall a few rocks down, and someone recently told me, like, Megan, like, I was just like, I just feel like I keep taking like 10 steps forward and it brings me 20 steps back, or 5 steps forward and it keeps bringing me 6 steps back. Like I'm not allowed to get that one extra step in. And they're like, let it bring you 10 steps back or 20 steps back, because you're about to shoot 30 steps forward. And all of this is helping you to bring you the momentum. And I was like, damn, that really brings me back to my whole warrior movement, my whole bow and arrow. You have to go backwards sometimes and miss the steps to get the momentum. Like, it's okay. Ups and downs are the constant in life.
Very much so.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flower?
Lilies.
Really?
Lilies, like Liliana.
That makes sense.
Tiger lilies and stargazer lilies, to be exact.
Okay. Tiger's actually my favorite animal. I love that gracefulness.
I love tigers too.
What were you like as a child?
I think I was fierce. I think I was probably just as motivated and fearless. I mean, I really feel, looking back now as a parent from my parents, I would look at any tree and climb it. I would jump off of any rock. Like, I don't know how I didn't break any bones as a child. I was fearless. I would be on top of my dad's truck riding. I would run into the bush and pick up crabs. I would grab lizard. My mom's like, you're gonna get salmonella poisoning. And I was like, so? I was
Natural island girl.
fearless. Yeah, super fearless. I would swim out. All my cousins would be like, she's crazy. I would swim out to the sharks, and I'd be like, are you guys coming in the water? They're like, only if Megan goes. We have to go with Megan. Like, I really was never scared. And even if I was, I just was like, I'm just gonna do it anyways. I'm scared, but I might die. The worst that could happen is I die. That's the worst that could happen. Once you get that past that fear in life, everything else is just jello. What else? You die. That's it.
Hopefully we stay alive.
Yeah, but hopefully you stay alive. So if you think like that, there's no really this fear in it. Just live while you're here. Don't just survive. Live. YOLO. YOLO.
Alright, so actually I just saw your fearless tattoo earlier and I did not notice that before. And her warrior tattoo, which she has in really cool spots. So my next question
You do have another warrior one.
How many tattoos do you have?
Gosh, I think now 11, 12.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
I could show you where, but I'd have to kill you. No,
Did we speak that we like private
I think
tattoos?
11.
Is that kind of where we keep our tattoos? Just
Yeah.
So,
I grew up in the modeling industry, and so I used to have to hide them, and I always liked really teeny tiny tattoos, but as I get older and closer to my 30s, I think that I'm a little bit more daredevilish on, and the world is changing too, so I can speak my truth. Like, I've been saving my back, and now for my 27th birthday, I got my first shoulder tattoo, and I was just always saving it, and I was like, now's the time.
okay.
Yeah.
I feel that I was moving the same way. Oh wow. Okay. See, we're moving on the same frequency here. What I was going to say is I was going to
That's a sign for something.
something. Yeah, just be yourself, and just when it happens, it comes to you.
Yeah.
So, what do you consider your biggest accomplishment?
Liliana. Yeah. I mean, I'm still trying to accomplish the whole being the perfect mom. I don't even know if that exists. I think you're perfect when you're imperfect, imperfectly imperfect. But like, I look at her sometimes and I'm like, how are you mine? Like, well, thank you for choosing me. Like, I go to her sometimes and I'm like, thank you. Like, I love you. Like, I'm obsessed with you. She's obsessed with me, and I'm equally obsessed with her. Like, she's it's like your legacy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that word too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And I'm her
For
legend.
all the mothers out there, just be grateful.
Yeah, be grateful and thankful.
The position that you're in, and just you have a little one to raise and just grow with and help grow.
Man, kids are happy with so little. She doesn't care about the gift. She loves the wrapping paper. She's just so happy with so little. Yeah.
So, what subject do you believe you're most knowledgeable on?
This is gonna sound funny or weird. I think I have an emotion or sense that doesn't exist yet to some people in this frequency or dimension. And I say that because sometimes I'm talking to people and it's just, and I've read this happens to like a lot of Aquarians, but I think that I have a level of compassion for people that is so unhealthy. Like, I feel like someone could do so wrong, you know, and I could be like, yeah, but they're still human. I really believe in the power of healing, and like, yes, people are toxic and sometimes you need to separate yourself, but there's an emotion that's not happy, that's not sad, but it's like a true understanding. And I've realized that just by not matching people's frequency but standing in my own, I have actually taught people something. And sometimes I get ahead of myself and I'm like, damn, I lost my cool. And it's not even about being cool. It's more like about, like, do you even know why you're angry? Is this how you like feeling, you know? And we all get angry. Like, I get angry. But, yeah, beastly, it's fierce, lioness. No.
That fierce, yes.
I think the knowledge is like a knowing. Like, you're supposed to go through this. You're supposed to meet this person. It's almost like, I think my friends and my group and my family think I'm crazy, but I have an intuition thing that's so strong sometimes, and I'm like I get crazy, and it's just like, calm down. I'm just like, but it's a sixth sense, you know, of like, I know you guys don't get this, but there's something that's gonna come and da-da-da-da, and it usually does. And then they're like,
like, you don't have to fight for it when you just go in the flow and have an understanding about yourself. Overall, you just obviously learn more through wisdom, but yeah, just trigger yourself again.
yeah.
Okay, great. So kind of skipping around a little bit, so let me know if you want to.
Yeah, you could do speedy questions, and then go deep, and then go speedy, and then we'll go deep.
Okay. So, okay, what's your favorite accessories?
Sunglasses.
Okay.
I have really sensitive eyes. Yeah, teeny tiny eyes. Good things come in small packages. And I just need sunglasses. I need them to drive. I need them at the beach. It just like ruins my whole day if I don't have them boating. Sunglasses, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I find them so jewelry.
Surprising, right?
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
So, okay. Let's see. Your favorite time of day?
Any time of day I'm with people I love. No. I mean, yes. I love golden hour this time of day, really. I love that when the sun is just kissing everything and it's not hot and it's just a beautiful time. Like, if golden hour could last more than an hour, like, I could just be in Italy with a glass of wine or just walk on the edge of the beach. Like, I just really, like, I don't even want to talk to anyone. But honestly, any time of day, it could be 4 a.m. if I'm having a deep conversation, I'm with my friends and my family or my daughter, it's the best time of day. Yeah.
So, coffee or tea?
Ooh,
Or
both?
water.
Coffee. It depends on the mood. Usually coffee, but I'd love a good cup of soulful tea. Yeah.
Yes. What helps you stay aligned?
My friends. They don't know it. I think counseling is so important, but I think if you have the right people around you, obviously there are different problems for different people and you don't need to pour it on, and you need to find healthy hobbies and ways out for certain things, you know, ways to let steam or out of the vessel. But really my alignment is balancing the things that I love. You know, I notice that if I'm out too much, I need to like come back in. If I'm home too much, I need to go out. It's really just balance, you know, and if something is unaligned, go for a chakra alignment. Sometimes you really don't know, you feel better and you just, I don't know what it was, but yeah.
So, all right, great. So, let's see. What's something you always have on you or with you?
Good question. My belly belts. I got them at a festival in Tillet Gardens around Christmas time from Tawana at Ebb and Flow, and she made them in a way that they just don't come off, and it's like my hippie, gypsy, I don't even know if I'm using the right words, but
Sounds right.
it's just, they're supposed to be there, yeah. Like, everyone's like, aren't they unnatural? I'm like, no, they're part of me now. They're just, you know, even though I work in fine jewelry, I just really love these little beads that are always,
And they shape you
yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
They shape your body, how you're formed.
Yeah, I could be in a big t-shirt and just like tie up my shirt, be in my undies at home and got my belly belts on, and I'm just like, I'll be, when I'm thinking, I realize I'm just like, and they're like, I'm used to them with all my clothes now. I just like, they literally don't come off of me, so I didn't know how that was gonna be, but I love it.
All right, so what's your favorite thing about yourself? What makes you feel special?
That one has me stuck. I don't know why. How much I care about humanity. Yeah.
Your favorite things about life? Maybe we could skip that one.
Yeah, skip that one.
What do you think people need more of?
Soca.
Soca.
Soca. Soca saved my life. Yeah.
What role does music play in culture overall?
I feel like we need food to eat, water to drink. You need music to survive. I get a little scared when people don't like music.
Right. Do you believe the clothes you wear or your hair construct your mind?
I feel like it's an expression of self, but I feel like sometimes people like to blend. So they could be a really different person the way they dress because of where they work or how they were raised, but it doesn't make them who they are.
Alright, so make it short, but how do you feel about reality?
I think we get I actually talked to someone about this recently. We get so stuck in the physicalities of the here and the now. And my first tattoo, it's basically a quote that means everything is temporary. And a lot of reality is in our minds. You know, you can change your reality by just changing your view. So, you know, whenever things are hard, I think just change your view for a moment.
Is one lifetime enough time?
If you live it right.
Yes. Alrighty, and what are you often compared to?
A mermaid. A lot of the time. Yeah.
Very much so. What's your spirit animal?
So by my criminal astrology spirit animal, I'm a chameleon, which is so fitting. I get along with so many different diverse groups of people, and I can blend to a lot of different types of cultures and music when I travel. I also feel like I'm really connected to leopards.
Okay, very fierce.
Just a strength, warrior in them. They like are the representation of the warrior, and I have all these freckles, and I feel like sometimes I embody like a leopard, and I'm speedy, and just everyone's like, you're doing so much, but then I'm also graceful, I'm told. So yeah, I'm somewhere, or I'm both. You know, you're all these things in one life. Yeah.
All right. So, what languages do you speak, or how many languages do you speak?
I speak sarcasm. So I speak English, broken English. My family, I come from the background of French Creole. I don't speak it. My godmother also speaks Spanish. So there's a lot of languages I grew up around that, you know, I know certain words and they weigh on me. French Creole, Spanish. I took Spanish in school. I took a little French. But yeah, for me, just English and sarcasm.
Absolutely. Do you believe in aliens? So you're Aquarius.
Yes.
So I know this is a big question.
This is a big question. I think I'm an alien. I'm not just to planet Earth. It's funny, I read something about the Aquarius and aliens lately. No, I totally do. I think our definition of the alien,
And the conspiracies overall.
yeah, I totally do. You know, I feel like the answers are there. They're just really well hidden. My mom always used to say to me, it's in mathematical and probability that we're the only life here. Like, we're ignorant for thinking that we are. And I used to be like, well, whatever. But like now that I'm older, I'm like, well, yeah, duh. Yeah.
What do you think happens after an idea comes to you?
What can I do with it? How can it help people? Can I make money from it?
Okay.
50-ish questions?
Yeah, 50-ish. Okay. So, what's your worst fear?
Losing people I love.
That's good. And everyone, we love you. Stay strong. We
Yes.
don't want to lose you. That's why we're here to bring everybody together.
But I'll see you again. You'll see me again.
Absolutely. Biggest pet peeve?
Like, liars. I hate liars. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't think you're protecting me. Just don't lie. Yeah.
Alright. What is your advice for anyone going through hard times?
Don't give up. I know that sounds touche and it's over sad, but there's this quote and I have no idea how it goes right now, but basically everything is on the other side of fear. And you know, there was a great man, that's how the quote goes, and right after, you know, cutting the tree, he was about to give up, the tree fell, you know, and right when you think, you know, just keep going. Just keep going. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know how, but something is going to come for you if you're going through hard times. Hopefully this Warrior Channel finds you, this movement finds you, and it brings you to your purpose, your passion, and we talk because we're probably supposed to. Yeah.
What's your 50th question?
Thank you guys for doing 50 questions with Megan and Brian. If you have a question, let me know that I didn't answer, but I feel like now you guys really know me.
Majority, 50-ish.
Thank you, Kalia, Callie.